Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Layers of Fear. We're doing the DLC, so we're getting flashbacks of memories slash fantasies of the daughter. We're playing as the daughter. This game, like so many other games that get put on Steam and are trying to be horror games, suffers from what I call dark screenshot syndrome. It's just incredibly dark. It's hard to see what you're looking for. I keep running into memories that seem to indicate that there are definitely some good memories mixed in with bad memories of the father. Here, I'm going to probably break this. Yep, for a key. I'm kind of surprised that the father didn't yell at me. Here we've got blood dripping off the eyes or mouth of this deer. This may just be a collectible. This may be something really important. Let's see, the rats eating deer. So if maybe I had to do that, maybe I didn't. Okay. So we've gotten trapped in this endless loop. There's choices. Maybe we're making a portrait here, and I didn't realize that until this point. So we either embrace the insanity of the mother, or we embrace the insanity potentially of the father. I guess I'm just gonna kind of stick with what I did and go with the father. Like, since this is a horror DLC level, and see at this point I'm playing as the rat. I'm so small. Okay, so I had to slide that. That's more puzzle than what we've done up until this point. See, this is a shift robe where
happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear.
And see, it doesn't even say the name. Why didn't they just name these characters? And what kind of cake is this? Is this base edible? That looks like something you would pick up. It's brightly lit. There's all kinds of knives in the apples. Feels like I should be able to knock those over. I'm glad I went forward. Here, okay. I see now. Because I was almost about to try and go completely backwards to the beginning of the level. Knives and apples being thrown. I didn't even see it. Honestly, this game needs some noise behind you. It needs something to tell you to turn around, or it needs to take control away from you and have you slowly turn around and see the things. This is why so many horror games are inherently just full of cutscenes. It's because the only way to 100% ensure that you're the viewer of the content is actually looking in the right place is to basically have a cutscene. Seems like we have some wiggling happening here.
Honey, you have to come out. She's waiting for us.
Colored pencils.
Don't make me do this by myself.
No, I don't want her to see me like this. I'm sorry, I can't.
So, we're getting a story, I guess, that she was burnt. The mother was burnt by the child's 5th birthday, and they were a happy family by the 3rd birthday. Which, okay, that's good. And see, they're adding the potential of at least an appearance of danger here, because this does feel like I could fall. In the first game, falling did reset you and take a little bit of your time. Apparently, in that instance, I was supposed to fall. Maybe not. Maybe I was not supposed to look at the cake first. This. I seem to be trying to go forward and getting moved back further. We definitely saw points in the previous game where things like that would happen. It definitely felt like there was multiple ways to end up where you were going. Nice just ambient noise. Things that normally wouldn't be scary. Playing the role can make it scary. This... And I guess I'm not supposed to turn around and look. It's probably just a teddy bear. Well, I'm not really doing anything. It's just looking. And the camera moves pretty slowly. Why you would get a dog like that, I don't know. So, is it the dog that traumatized me?
What was that? Oh no.
Honey, I need you. I need my medicine. Oh, please. Oh, it hurts so much. Why won't you help me? Why are you punishing me like this? Whatever I did, I'm sorry.
Did the wife kill the dog? Is that the case? That would make a little bit more sense. See, I wouldn't be surprised if this was just they were a team. A team of 2 crazy people who, like, both killed lots of things. Or one of them killed and the other one painted with the killings. And see, it's just so dark. Like, what am I supposed to be? Am I supposed to be getting up on the couch? Or, like, or am I supposed to be leaving this area? This looks like it's just a brick wall. This doesn't fix issues. It really doesn't. Having things smaller. Like, it's almost as if they got feedback to say, even though Layers of Fear, the main game, was rather short, that it should be a smaller environment and less just wandering around pointless hallways and repetitive hallways. Like, each one of those rooms and such probably could have just been seen once. And then it would have just been, okay, this is the experience you're gonna have. And that is that. Am I just not seeing something here? Well, the right stick manipulation to zoom in isn't happening. And I can't really read what that says. I don't think I'm really supposed to be able to read what it says. The only thing lit here is the sofa. And it's quiet. So what am I supposed to be doing? Oh, here's a door. Just way too dark. But if I was to come over here and say change the graphics, which we've done this before, it doesn't really fix it. It just blows it out. And the main reason for that is because this setting is adjusting the white balance, the whiteness, brightness, when it should be adjusting, I should be able to adjust the contrast, which is the dark balance. But inherently, this also doesn't, just falls on the creators of the game. So this is going to go into my room, full of toys. Missing cat, Mr. Scooter, all my dollies, contact that. So there was a thought that she was going to get a cat at some point, and he got a dog instead. I suppose it's possible you can have both. It's a little abnormal, but not crazy. Depending on if the cats and dogs get along together. And quite often it's a case of the cats terrorizing the dogs. Here we've got a horrific image, and we've got something here. I can climb up and cross. Like, how old am I supposed to be? And I've got a lid with eyeballs. At least this time falling down is simply a matter of getting yourself back up. Yeah, it looks like these paintings are intruding. And see, it feels like that was intentional, so it knocked me off. So if I fall down a second time, okay. Now what? Now I've got a gear. Over here I have something I can't really reach. Still isn't. Is that gonna fall or not? And so now instead of a gear, I have something else. This is quite the hot swapping of items. There's a cat, and the cat wants a wheel on it. There you go. So we pick up a tail and put it on that. The cat is happy. So, yeah. We're following the cat.
I hate you.
Good. At least you can still feel something. I look at you and I see nothing. Not the beautiful girl I fell in love with. Not the mother of my child. Not even the hateful monster you pretend to be. You're just empty. I look at you and I feel nothing. And it scares the hell out of me.
I forgot to say how hideous I am. Go on, I know you want to.
It jumps me back.
God, not that again.
If I look back, I don't say anything.
I know
Guess
you're disgusted with
you
me.
shouldn't look
Admit
back,
it.
since the game punishes you for that.
You're right, I am disgusted with you. But it has nothing to do with the way you look. I'm disgusted with what you let it do to you. How you let it change you.
And so here's the kitty with some other kittens. So are we following the kittens? I guess we can't. Where's the door? Like, I think there's a door right here, but I cannot find the handle. These doors are just getting bigger and bigger. So yeah, from the perspective of this DLC,
wake up.
the father
I
is
need you to get dressed real quick.
nowhere as crazy.
There are men coming. Some very bad men. They want to take you away from me, but I won't let them. We won't let them, will we?
Well, clearly that did happen.
Yes, now I remember. Throughout all the chaos and misery, in his own flawed and misguided way, he did love her after all. His way of expressing it was a different matter altogether.
Like right now I can walk. So yeah, there's a weird kind of bias here. Last Will and Testament. Man, this text is small even for this. Alright, let me turn on the lights in my room so maybe that helps me read it better. I, grasping the remains of my sanity, declare this to be my last will and testimony. I hereby deem all previous wills just as worthless as the shallow husk calling themselves my friends and associates. To my agent, Thomas Caldwell, I bestow a hellish vermin that invested my home, praying that they will gnaw away at him endlessly and bleeding him dry just like he did to me. To my publisher, Liam Brickstone, I don't even think that character was named in the main game. I bequeath the flames that consumed the love of my life in hope that they will devour him along with the wretched W word and the squealing bastard he calls family. To my lawyer, James Jerome Sadler, also probably not named, I pass on whatever illness has rotted my mind and soul away, so that he can feel in as empty and useless as he was to me. To any other parasites that were crawling out of the woodwork, I leave nothing. To hell with all of you. Finally, to my beloved daughter, ... Why not just name her? I leave all my earthly possessions for what they're worth. I hope they will inspire you to realize the true potential. The final, most precious gift, however, is not mine to give. You'll have to discover it on your own. I believe in you, as I always have. So, the vast majority... Man, I'm still struggling opening these things. I guess the chair's in the way. The vast majority of this game takes place by going here. Remember, there's an achievement for staring at that for 5 minutes. I would recommend, if you're going to try to get that achievement, you simply leave the game running for 5 minutes and walk away. So we've got our flashlight back. That door was, let's see, a room full of paintings, and most of the paintings are fine. There's just like this one painting of the burnt faces. This room is pretty much empty. I feel like I've done things out of order.
All right, young lady. Shall we continue? Right. Whatever happens, just keep looking at me and listen. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. The princess was all alone in the dark. And yet, she felt that the evil witch was lurking nearby. As her eyes adjusted to the darkness, she saw something moving in the corner of her eye.
So the camera's trying to tilt it.
She did not dare to move.
Tilt me
For
to the
she knew
left.
That would be the end of her. The princess heard a fierce
Alright,
growl.
now I couldn't have kept my eyes on him.
The witch had unleashed her familiar. As the princess moved, the growl got louder.
Like, I'm not controlling the camera at
The
all.
witch had unleashed her familiar, the hellhound. The monster sniffed at the air, its perky ears wary of even the slightest sound. The princess remained motionless, letting the monster pass. There was a stillness in the air. There was a stillness in the air. The princess breathed.
So he's
a
painting a
sigh of
picture of
relief.
me and I'm hallucinating all
For a
this stuff, I guess. Or
It
it's
seemed
maybe
like the
really
worst was
happened.
behind her, and yet she knew that it was not over. There was still danger nearby, waiting for her slightest move.
Eyes front, young lady.
See, and the camera really does just want,
There was still danger nearby,
and it's just gonna reset.
waiting for her slightest move. Frozen in terror, she kept looking straight ahead. Suddenly, she heard a terrifying cackle. It was the evil witch herself. The wretched thing despised beauty
This is
and
a
innocence.
slightly interesting
For she
sequence,
had neither.
making me
It was
fight.
near, just outside of view, but our heroine didn't dare to look. She had to keep her head straight, lest she be cursed by the witch's foul magic. She could almost feel the chilling touch of the witch's hand at her
Entire
neck.
background is different
A
now.
sudden urge to run. She felt the sudden urge to run away, but fought it with all her will, for she knew that was precisely what the witch would have wanted. And then, just like that, the chill was gone. She saw a glimmer of light over the horizon. The sun was almost upon her. It was almost dawn. It was almost over. And there, the princess stood triumphant in the sun, smiling as she... Wait, that's not right. Her face. Why is she still... scared? Oh, God. I didn't mean to... Princess, I am so sorry.
It's not that he was cruel. It's just that, to him, reality was just a pale reflection of art. He was blind to the world, unless it was translated to him through a canvas.
Okay, well that's an interesting explanation of emotionally abusing your child. And somebody who's clearly not in the right place to be around children. This door is still locked. I wonder if that door only unlocks once you get all of the collectibles in either the DLC or otherwise. So we've been all around the room, and the office by far was the furthest part. And still no option to just leave. Let's see. Alright, I'm gonna have to turn on my light again. I don't know why making it brighter makes it slightly easier to read, but... Dear friend, today, before I leave for my new appointment, I intend to make one more final attempt to communicate with you. Since you've obviously decided not to answer my calls or letters, I shall endeavor to speak to you in person. If you're reading this, then I clearly failed, and for that I apologize. Should you choose to ignore me, I will slip this letter under your door. Hopefully you can at least read it, for old time's sake. If me knocking on the door has caused you any discomfort, please know that it was not my intent. I wish I could tell you that I have found some miracle solution to your problem, but unfortunately such is not the case. Do you know that as your legal representative, I've always did my best, and that this is the God's honest truth? Unfortunately, I feel that the issues you're struggling with go way beyond my expertise. At this point, I once again feel the urge to ask you to reconsider seeking professional help, but let's be honest, if you were going to listen to me, you would have done so a long time ago. I regret it had to come in this way. Know that that you and your family will always be in my thoughts. Your old friend, James Jerome Sadler, attorney at law. So there is the lawyer. So I guess we have to go here now. And there's
I wonder when was the last time
here.
this place saw sunlight?
It's kind of surprising. I was expecting something to be in here, and instead there kind of is nothing. That looks like a letter you could pick up, but apparently it's not. Way too many letters in this game that look like they can be picked up and aren't. Like, there needed to be a clear distinction, some glowing. Have I kind of finished the game at this point, or what? Do I want to take a crayon, or do I want to paint? Or do I want to spin around in an empty room that is actually really, really big? Let's see. If I was to walk this way, you hit a wall, and there's no door. I feel like taking the painting is the dark artistry of the father. If I take the crown, it is the musical whimsical of the mother. And this game seems to have some weird bias where the right way is to go with the father. So I'm going to take this and use this.
Oh, the summer trees. So green and vibrant and full of life, but also young and inexperienced. Let's try to find them a more poignant season, where they are wiser and have some stories to tell.
And we've got... the house seems to be growing back together. Interesting. We got some paint. Are we supposed to use the paint?
Brilliant! Let's add some more of the same color. That won't make it boring or predictable. No, put that down. You are doing so well.
Okay, so no crayons. Here we have a paintbrush. I think it has blue on it.
Oh, they sway in the breeze, but are none the wiser. Just like you.
So I'm supposed to find something. And this is very much like the end of the main game. Just a room full of things playing find the object. This is basically a 3D hidden object game in the environment of horror. And see, hidden object games in general don't do horror. They will do Frankenstein and Dracula's and things like that, but there's rarely an instance where it's actually an attempt to be scary. Instead, it's probably just cheap pre-made assets. Alright, well there's some paints. Let's just keep on going.
Oh, they sway in the breeze, but are none the wiser. Just like you.
Wiser. And see, I'm just clipping right through that lantern. It's hard to even see what color the paints are that I'm picking up. And if there was a puzzle here of wiser, I don't know what it is. Maybe I need to listen to see if the audio is going to get louder or quieter. Red. I guess maybe that would make sense. I didn't even turn around completely, so I didn't see that. But with that jump scare, I think that's probably the right one. Wiser would be fall.
The autumn of life, when man seeks shelter from the elements. Let's see how our little hut fares when the skies grow dark.
So now we're looking for black. These look blue. And we're kind of doing a maze of sorts. You know, I've mentioned H.R. Giger, but I haven't really told the full story of H.R. Giger. I believe his first wife did suffer from schizophrenia or some form of insanity, and like he was really not a dark person. That was just something that came out in his art. You would almost, from what I've heard and what I saw in a documentary about him. So I'll just walk backwards, I guess. But the idea certainly haunted him that perhaps some of his art may have infected the mind of his first wife. I'm not saying nobody knows for sure if that was the case. So I guess maybe you could try to make a similar argument. I can't reach this painting. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be able to reach this paint, but I can't. Let's see. Do I have anything else I could do? Like, I can't grab this through the wall. Come on, game. Stop teasing me like this. I can't jump through here. Seems like these walls are still very solid walls, even if you can see through them. Okay, oh, I'm supposed to roll this ball up the hill. Alright. Feels like I'm getting smaller and smaller and this ball is getting bigger and bigger. See, and I kind of thought we were done with the game. So I get the black paint and then shake off being teleported. We've got those weird double exposure paintings again. Clearly the house has gone spooky. Or, I mean, this all is probably memory or a fantasy delusion, I guess, what you would call it, of the daughter. But it's clear that she suffers from insanity to have such vivid and interactive experiences. And I could try black crowns, but I don't
You see? In the end, all we take for granted is fragile and temporary. Man passes while nature endures. Speaking of which, I don't think our proud stallion likes the weather. Let's brighten things up a bit.
Brighten things up. So we're looking for yellow now. And I feel like it's been 10 minutes over. And so at this point, yeah. Maybe the count is a little off. This doesn't feel like this is going to be done in the next 3 minutes. So maybe we'll get a 10-minute episode at the end here. Or maybe we'll find something else. Anyways, I don't think I can go any further. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me, I'm asking people to friend me on Steam and gift me a game. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.